Now, hey, good greetings, Commanders. How are we all?
Yes, welcome everyone to the stream. Blimey, a lot of you have shown up today. It's almost as if there's something going on that isn't normally. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining us. This is our Supercruise News number 14 stream. I'm your host, Bruce Garrido, and I'm joined by the heroic yet humble Highlander himself, Stephen Benedetti.
I like that you're getting better at the intros. Outshining me already.
Well, I learned from the best. What can I say, mate? But how are you doing this evening?
Yeah, I'm quite well. I'm excited to see why everybody's showed up today. I'm excited to be on another stream because it's been really well since the last stream, isn't it?
It has. But you're always welcome back here. I think you're, dare I say, a player favourite. So good to have you on, mate. This is, of course, our Supercruise News stream. So today, Commanders, we're going to be discussing Twitch drops, which is the I suppose, part of the reason so many of you showed up today. So thank you all so much for coming. Then we're going to be going over the community news that we have, some in-game and out-of-game news. And for all of our new players from the Epic launch, we're going to be playing a little bit of the game, but from scratch. So Stephen and I are both going to start from Mawson Dock, which is obviously the beginner starport, and fly around for a little bit and talk about the early game situation. Normally we would do shout outs and say hello to everyone, but actually the chat is flying by so fast. I've barely got any time to give out some 07s, so I'll just give a general welcome to everyone who's tuned in today. Thank you so much for saying hello, and congratulations on working out that it's actually !Twitch drops rather than !drops, which doesn't exist. You guys seem to have all caught on, so I guess we'll get right into it then. The Twitch drop situation, which actually, Stephen, you've put a lot of work into, so thank you for that. Do you want to give a summary of what that's all about? Or would you like me to cover the main points?
Yeah, no, I'm happy to go for it. So yes, as you can see, we announced that we have set up Twitch drops. Obviously, one of the important things is to reward all of our lovely fans and followers and commanders who all come together and watch our streams. So the purpose of this is that you come, you watch, enjoy, be part of the community, and you get a reward for it. Obviously, there's 3 different tiers. You can get I think I've got a wee image of them, just switch over. You can get the first tier, which is just to watch for 15 minutes. You can get the purple paint job on any one of the ships, which is awesome. And the second reward, after 30 minutes, you get it for your SRV or one of your fighters, all of your fighters, and then the final one is, if I click the right thing, is the engine trails and the weapons. So that's for a full hour. Very important. We do ask that if you have been watching the stream from the start for 15 minutes or half an hour or an hour and you don't get the drop, just hold on. It could be like an extra 5 minutes. So we'll make sure to end the stream at 59 minutes to make sure that you miss out. No, we'll try and stay on for a wee bit extra.
Brutal.
We'll try and stay on for a wee bit extra time for this stream. We've been going more than an hour anyway, so to make sure it all works, but just to make sure and to be clear that this is the first time we're using it, it might not work, it might work, things might break, things might fall apart.
Yeah, so we are just testing this out, as we've said, and as a result of that, firstly, just to let you guys know, !Twitch drops in the chat is supposed to give you the link to the page. It's not actually a way to sign up. To sign up, all you have to do is, what you're already doing, which is watching the stream. If you're watching now, then your timer has essentially started and you've started to earn the Twitch drops. I think at 15, 30 and 60 minutes, am I right in saying, Stephen, you'll get a notification in the chat to let you know?
Yes, so you'll get a drop and you just select the drop and it will take you, it will basically stay in your account. So once you get the drop, it's yours. You'll need to follow the link which is added, which I'll pop here just in case anybody wants to save it or do it beforehand. You'll need to link your Frontier account I can't seem to access the chat on this.
No problem. It's basically people just spamming ! Twitch drops, which is absolutely fine. The point of that is actually to take you to twitch.frontierstore.net. That's all that command does. So that's where you can go to link your Twitch and Frontier accounts in order to claim your rewards. But like I say, if you haven't linked your accounts yet, that's fine. You're already earning the rewards simply by watching, but you will have to link them when it comes to claiming them at the end of the stream or during. Or if you've already done that, then that's fine. We're going to make the rewards available until 8 p.m. this evening. I know it's not a huge window of time, but if you've watched the stream, probably just make sure right afterwards that you head to twitch.frontierstore.net to claim those rewards. Then, as we said earlier, we're just testing this out, and we're going to hopefully have a few streams moving forward where we activate these with various rewards.
Yes, and I'm trying to resolve this. I have popped the site in, and I have put slow mode on to 120 seconds. But just continue watching. We start at 30:30. We're almost at the 15 mark. But like I said, if you don't get the first drop, it might come later on. Give it an extra 5 minutes. You'll need to set up your accounts. We've got a lot of questions. There's an FAQ on the forum which you can get by exclamation Twitch drops. So that should be. Just making sure I put the slow motion on, so it should be 120 seconds. That's all I can get. There we go. Should be okay, I think.
All right.
Yeah. But for the other good important thing is when things don't work is to remember that we also are working from home. So if there is any technical issues, or if we drop out, or if anything happens, please let us know. We're always ready for some feedback. And another important thing to discuss with that is that if we do drop out, do not panic. The Twitch drops basically keep the count up. So say if we are streaming for 10 minutes and something happens, which can happen, and we fall out, as soon as we go live again, as long as you rewatch it, will start to count that from the 10 minutes. So you're not sitting there starting again. So we'll make sure that we'll be able to come back on if something does go wrong. But nothing's gone wrong so far, Bruce, has it?
It hasn't, but I daren't tempt fate, Stephen, so I'm going to move on very swiftly. We'll give a reminder about the Twitch drops, say halfway into the stream and at the end, just to let you guys know that we've hit the hour mark. If you wish to stay with us that long, that would be grand. Again, thank you so much for joining us. Right, I guess we should crack on with it then and get on with the rest of the news. So last week we had a little thing going on, which is Elite Dangerous became available on the Epic Game Store. !Epic will take you to the store page, so you might want to share that link with your friends if you haven't got to play already. The more the merrier, we say. The game is still free until the 26th, which is this Thursday. So like I say, !Epic to go straight to the store page. I have to say, Stephen, the community, the wonderful, wonderful community that we have been very welcoming to all of the new players, which is nice to see. Yes,
there's been a couple of content creators been on as well with some really cool starting guides as well, hasn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to give a shout out actually to Mal for the win in particular, among all of the creators that have been helping and getting new players into the game or helping them sort of get a grips on the new on the mechanics and how Elite Dangerous works. Mal in particular has done a daily Q&A since the beginning of the Epic launch, and I think he's still doing them right up until the end, which is going to be Thursday. So !Mal for the Mal, I think. Or Mal for the win. I'll have to double check. One of those will take you to his Twitch page. If you're interested and you're a new player who wants to get into Elite Dangerous, say you picked up the game on Epic, or I think it's still on sale on Steam. He's a really, really great creator, and he's been doing Q&A sessions for new players. So that's fantastic.
Yeah,
while I'm doing shout outs, actually, I want to give one to the Fuel Rats. So anyone who doesn't know about this group, in short, they have fuel and you don't. So if you ever run out of fuel and you find yourself stranded in the dark, cold space of the Milky Way, then you want to give these guys a call and they'll come out and basically save you. So their rescue service has been going on, I don't know exactly how long, but more or less since the start of Elite. I think I'm right in saying they've been around for a long time. So much so, in fact, they're approaching their 100,000th rescue, which is a massive, massive deal. So a preemptive congratulations to those guys, especially with all the new players in. I expect they'll be hitting that milestone soon. Exclamation mark Fuel Rats should take you to their Twitter page and their website, just so you can get an idea of what a call out from them would look like. Similarly, we have the Hull Seals, who offer a similar service but for ship damage, and we might actually have those guys on in an upcoming stream to talk a little bit about who they are, what they do, and give an example of a rescue run.
That would be a lot of fun. We've done it a couple of times before, and every time they've came on, they've been an absolute delight. But it would be great to have them back on again. Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm starting to see the 15-minute rewards are coming in now. People are claiming their vibrant purple paint jobs. So, congratulations, guys! Thank you so much for sticking with us.
That's a good sign. It's came into the mark. Thought we'd be a bit late. As you can tell, I'm currently looking at the chat, and I don't know. I'm looking at Twitch right now, and I've got Restream on the other thing, but right now, currently on Twitch, we have 7,787 people watching. So hopefully that's 7,788 odd people getting a free paid job.
Indeed. EliteDangerous.tv used Twitch drops. It was super effective. So that's great. Very happy with the turnout. Thank you so much for joining, guys. No, I've thanked you enough. I'm going to stop doing that now, but we do really appreciate the turnout. So other things that we have going on. Last week, we posted a little thing on the forums talking about game balance changes. We talked a little bit about the feedback that you guys have been giving us, and what we've done with that feedback essentially is turn it into a plan. And we showed just a little bit of our intentions for this week and the weeks that follow in terms of some mining and trade changes, as well as combat changes. And the response to that has been, frankly, great. We rolled out the first of those changes. You're going to start to see them taking effect as of now. It may take a little time for them to adjust, and we might start tweaking things shortly after the implementation. As we've said before, this is an ongoing progress, which is going to require a little bit of checking and adjusting as we go. But we appreciate you sticking with us for that, and for all of your feedback as well. Exclamation mark balance should take you straight to that forum post if you want to leave your feedback, which we've been collecting and looking at as well.
Yeah.
In particular. Oh, sorry, Stephen.
No, I was just agreeing. The feedback's always great, and it's just a good reminder that that we are always trying our best to get this feedback to you as soon as we can, and we do appreciate your patience. We know it can be quite frustrating seeing some questions about different balancing options, but the work that Bruce has done on this specifically is taking a lot of time and a lot of effort, and we're doing it. We are doing it for you, and we hope you all appreciate it.
Yeah, well, the dev team especially as well have put a lot of time into considering how the overall state of the game can be improved. It's really a holistic issue where if we sort of say we wanted to make a change one at a time without really considering the whole galaxy, it's one of those, like, you fix a problem and like 50 more pop up elsewhere, because it is this huge, like, homogenous blob of balancing and numbers. So they've really taken a step back and looked at the whole game, and we're trying to take that kind of approach. A lot of you guys in your feedback talked about anti-Xeno credit rates. We are taking that into consideration. We have got some stuff planned actually for that, which we'll talk a little bit about in the future. So we really have considered basically every angle, but don't stop yourselves in giving us any feedback about any particular activity or niche. We are keen to hear it and make sure it's included if necessary. Another post that went out yesterday, what day are we on? Tuesday, yep, yesterday, is the Ask Me Anything post. So if you are a forum user or not, we would invite you to join ourselves, the community team, on the forums at 3 p.m. every Wednesday is the plan. We're going to do a weekly thing where we sit down on the forums in real time and answer your questions as they are posted. It will be questions only that are posted during the hour itself, rather than us clearing a backlog. But that is the intention. So I just want to check. Are we still live? Yes, we are. I just had an issue on my Twitch, but I think we're fine.
Yeah, seem to still be going.
So yeah, like I say, exclamation mark AMA to check out that post if you want to ask us any questions in real time about the game, any projects that we have ongoing. We'll do our best to answer you. It's basically a direct line that we want to provide you guys to us on the forums. So exclamation mark AMA for the post, Wednesday at 3 p.m. And then the final bit of news that we want to share with you guys is that the Black Friday sale is still ongoing. Exclamation mark, Black Friday will take you, I was about to say Black Friday, but it's the other way around. That sale is ongoing until Thursday. And for the time being, it's in two parts. The first week is 30% off almost all of our cosmetics in the store. And then after the 26th, we'll enter the second phase where the famously popular Stygian and Midnight Black paint jobs will be available. So keep an eye on the store. It is back. It is. It's a very popular paint job that we only release at this time of year. So if you are keen on getting that, after a couple of days will be your chance. But in the meantime, 30% off almost everything in the store. Right. That covers pretty much all the news points I wanted to talk about, Stephen. Should we share some beautiful images with all of these wonderful guests that we have?
Some beautiful images. So let's move over. So obviously we have quite a high amount of people watching. Hopefully some of you will be new commanders that picked up the game from Epic. So this is Supercruise news, which we do every Tuesday at 4:30 UTC. And we also do a show on the Thursday at 7 PM UTC. But every week on our social channels, we do this awesome competition. Competition, did you say?
Yeah, I think it turned into a competition when we added prizes. I would say.
As soon as prizes come and everyone's competing, where we try and ask all you commanders to go in and take some awesome shots in the game. Anything you want, you can even edit them. That's fine. And then post on our socials with hashtags Stellar Screenshots, or going on to the forums, the Stellar Screenshots area, and we will then go through, pick our favourite ones, and those are the winners for the week. And then every Tuesday we have a look at them, like this one from Commander Tiger King, which is a lovely shot, I think.
It is very nice.
We're like those horrible people that go to like the the art events. You know, you go to these art places with people and they go, "Oh, what do you think of that?" And you're like, "Colours."
I like it.
I like colours. Colours are good. It's got good contrast. I can't even tell what ship that is. This. Oh no, it's a Corvette, isn't it? I think it's a Corvette. It's a weird angle.
I haven't got it on my screen, but I'm sure someone in the chat will let us know very quickly which ship that is.
I think it's a Corvette.
All right. Well, we can do a little bit of a proper analysis then. I really appreciate the composition of this image with the ship there along the bottom, and the focal point being I think that's a moon rather than a planet, or is it a planet? I can't see very well from here. I've got the... Okay.
Have you got the late version? I guess a planet, but it's a really nice shot from Commander Tiger King. So well done. You do win prizes. Bruce, can you explain the prizes?
Yeah, absolutely. So for anyone who enters our Stellar Screenshots competition, which you can do by posting your screenshots on our threads every week on Twitter or Facebook or the forums, we basically pick our favorites, slap your name on there, and then repost them in the next week's thread. And those guys who get featured, you will all be awarded a unique paint job, which you can't get anywhere else, which are the Shatter paint jobs for the ASP, specifically the acid, lava, and ice themed Shatter paint jobs.
They are good. They're really good paint jobs to get. Just love giving away paint jobs. This is a really nice shot from Commander Sprarand. Is that how you say it? Sprarand.
Yeah.
It's honestly the worst name you could have for a Scottish person to say. I can't pronounce my R's very well together, or like my T's. Like we don't say Scotland, we say Scotland, and we don't. I can't say purple curly whirly. It's very hard to say.
You mean you can't say Commander Scarand?
Scarand. Fun note, I actually voiced one of the zookeepers on Planet Zoo, and I went in and I had to do Planko, and there was one Planko word that had R's and T's next to it, and I couldn't do it because I was trying to do the whole high pitch like oh kind of thing.
Can you remember your line? Can you give us a rendition?
I can't remember any. I'm going to get really upset. I'm going to really upset people, but I don't remember any Planko. I struggle enough with English, so I couldn't do it, and I ended up sounding Scottish, and obviously nobody wants Scottish Blanco, so we moved on. But this is a lovely shot. This is a reverse that.
It's either a white dwarf or
Obviously, it's
a.
mixed up.
I get the two mixed up all the time, but I believe it's a white dwarf.
And this next shot is from Commander M-O-T-O-R, or Commander Motor, which kind of looks like there's been a malfunction in the lavatory station of the ship.
Oh, don't say that, mate. That's not fun.
It does though. It looks like there's been a malfunction somewhere in the rear end of the ship.
Wow. No comment. Well, Commander Motor, I really enjoy your image, even if it does look the way Stephen said.
I don't mean I don't like it. It's just what it looks like to me, to be honest, but in like a good way. Neckmaster says drops are working on Xbox. That's fantastic. If you do have a console, please, and you want it on your console, and you've also got a PC account, use the email that you use for the console, and that should apply to your account. Also, when you've got a Twitch drops, make sure you head over to, I'll try and post it in thing again, to follow the link. And if you follow the link over, you need to link your Frontier and your Twitch account before you can claim. You'll still have it, but you need to claim it. And when I say you still have it, you'll have it until 8 PM UTC tonight. As this is kind of a test, we're going to kind of close it around that time. So please claim it before that time. If not, you will lose your drop. And the next image we have is from Commander Jace Foothead. Is it Foothead? Or Foot?
Foot. Maybe if they're in the chat, they can
let us know.
Get a word in edgeways and let us know. But in the meantime, very, very nice shot.
Yes. And this is the Viper, which I do not normally fly. I've never really messed about with the Viper, but I believe you have, Bruce.
Have I flown a Viper? I'm
not
sure.
You were defending the Viper, I think, at one point when we had a discussion about it.
Was I?
You were.
I don't know how familiar I am with the Viper. I know it's a nifty ship. I know it's quite a speedy one. I remember defending the Crate Phantom because you think it's well, I don't want to put words in your mouth, mate. But I remember defending the Phantom.
The Viper. I prefer the Crate Mark II, and I always have. And it's not that the Phantom's ever disappointed me. It's just not lived up to the Mark II. Personal opinion.
No, fair enough. Fair enough.
But that's not even the ship. This is the Viper. But anyway, let's move on. This is from Commander Happy Roger. So this is obviously inside the station. I can't remember what the person was, but we had a competition for entries into foot carrier videos. People posted them, and I think one of the winners was, the winner was, I apologise for forgetting the name, but it was like a kind of intern who came in, or not an intern, it was like a maintenance worker who was inside the ships in the area for the foot carriers, and I'd love to see like another episode in different stations. I wish we'd help with the others.
Yeah, I really like this shot. We don't actually see too many taken from within the starports, but there are lots of different variations, and they look very nice, especially from these kinds of angles. It actually reminds me of a shot that's in the trailer on the Epic store, !Epic, for anyone who's not claimed the game for free or wants to let their friends know that it's still free for a couple of days. But yeah, on the Epic store, there's a trailer that we made specifically for it, and there's a shot just like this with various people and commanders from inside a room looking out into the starport hangar. And sorry, not the hangar, but the landing bay area that we're seeing in shot here. And they're looking at the ships as they come in. I think that's a really awesome shot. Really nice to see. It reminds me of that.
Amazing, yeah, it's a really nice shot. And this one is from Commander Grace McLean. And as you can see, this is an SRV, quite a squinty angle, but you get like a nice kind of bit of detail of the back of the SRV, which I quite like, actually. It's more focused.
It's a nice one.
And then I think that's, I'm not sure what that is off in the distance, but it's intriguing.
It is indeed. Very nice. Sorry, I'm a little bit distracted by the chat now spamming !claim, which will do absolutely nothing. I just want to
Yeah,
just
I've
want to
kind
let
of
you
been
guys
noticing
know
that.
that's not a thing. You've been misled, and now it's like a Chinese whispers kind of thing where people are just saying what they've seen other people say. Just a reminder: if you're watching this stream, then you're already racking up time that's being which is counting towards you earning your Twitch drops. It's twitch.frontierstore.net that you need to head over to link your account, and that's how you claim your earned Twitch drops once you've been watching for long enough. But you'll get a notification in your Twitch chat anyway, so don't worry about spamming anything in the chat.
Yes,
That's just
and
for informational purposes. I
yeah,
mean, you can
and
do it anyway if you like, but you
I
won't
mean,
get anywhere.
yeah, do what you want. It's up to you.
Knock yourself out, guys. It's
I've
fine.
actually got an exclamation tickle for some reason. Don't think that's going to do anything either, but I'll have a commitment. I have posted the link in the chat, and do remember now that we should be over the 30-minute mark. So if you have been watching from the beginning, you should around this time be getting the SRV and Fighter purple paint jobs.
Indeed, I'm just seeing a bunch of those coming in now. Actually,
Oh
so it looks like
yes,
people are getting them.
we just scored a drop. That's awesome. And then, we put that in my basket. We've got Epaphus. Commander Epaphus, who looks like they have been caught in the tractor beam of Thargoids, which I don't think it is a tractor beam. I think this has just been a very well timed shot.
Yeah, very creative there. That's a nice shot.
Yeah, and for all the new players who are watching the stream, Thargoids are phenomenal to watch. We have a couple of videos on our YouTube channel, which is Elite Dangerous. If you go and check it out, you can actually see Bruce first time ever using VR in Elite Dangerous, and out of nowhere coming across a Thargoid, which was a lot of fun. This is when we were back in the office, which was nearly about 9-10 months ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago, but yeah, that was a really fun stream. Even if I was a little bit pale by the end of it, it was my first time using VR.
Yeah.
But no, we had a really fun encounter there with the Thargoid. If you are a new player, yeah, I would recommend looking into them or watching some gameplay. And if you're interested, making plans to see how you can gear up to get yourself in a position where you're ready to take them on. If that's your bag. Some people are, how do I put this nicely, Thargoid sympathizers. And that's one line of thought, that the Thargoids are not actually quote unquote the baddies, but that's a whole debate you can get into if you choose.
Thargoids have messed up my races in the past, so they're definitely an enemy. This next one is by Commander Derelict Krieger 1, which I think is very nice and uniformed, and makes me very happy, except from the what's that called? The constellation in the background. Yeah, that if that was right in the middle, I think I would be a lot more pleased. But it is a phenomenal
The
shot.
symmetry, yeah.
And it's just that one wee part, but I love it. I still love it.
Well, congratulations anyway, despite not quite nailing Stephen's satisfaction for symmetry. You are one of our stellar screenshot winners. But yeah, maybe if you're up for it, send us an updated version where you've managed to line up the.
I feel like I'm Simon Cowell of the screenshots today. I've done nothing. Like, it's not. I do love these screenshots. They're awesome. I'm just being judgmental. Next we have Commander Celestial, with what looks to be. I have no idea, but it's quite a nice shot, isn't it? There's something.
Yeah, well, basically not quite an eclipse, is it? It's essentially a sunrise, really. Coming over the planet there in the background, but yeah, very nice. I love that it takes up basically two thirds of the screen with the ship there in the foreground. Very nice. Kind of a minimalist shot, this one, but all silhouetted.
Yeah, lovely. Again, I think the exclamation mark claim is coming back. Just remember that exclamation mark claim does nothing. But the next shot is Commander Akin Space, which is quite nice because we've had a lot of kind of dark ones, and this is quite a nice kind of pinky purple hued image.
Purple haze, yeah. You might say.
Purple haze, I would say that. And it's quite nice. So yeah, that's the last of our stellar screenshots. So congratulations to everybody who has won. I believe you'll be contacted, and then we can get those paint job prizes onto your account. But let's go back to our main news section of the stream. This part.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was our stellar screenshots, and yeah, we've just about wrapped up all of the news. Given that we're maybe halfway into the stream now, before we hop into game, I'm going to give a quick reminder about Twitch drops. Then, so !Twitch drops. That command will take you to the web page with all of the information, the FAQ, and the button to link your account, which is Twitch. You could go there directly. It's twitch.frontierstore.net. From there, you can link your Twitch and Frontier accounts. And obviously, the Frontier account that you link is the one that will receive the Twitch drops that we've shown earlier. We're awarding 3 for this particular stream. It is a test run, but we are, in theory, awarding 3, which are the Vibrant Purple Paint Jobs, Purple SRV and Fighters, and the Purple Weapon and Engine colors. So hang around for the whole hour if you want to get your hands on those.
Definitely, but let's start again. Like you said, as we came back here, we always jump in the game on our Supercruise news, and since there's a lot of new stars, we're going to head in game and become new starters again. We're basically going to talk about what we were doing going through our journey and what we would do when we first started Dangerous. So I think we're going to start with you, Bruce, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's hop into it. I'm ready when you is, my friend.
Okay, so as you can tell, you can still hear me, but you cannot see me. This is purely solo Bruce, and I am the magical voice in his head.
So only temporarily. We'll be with Stephen once again. We'll be reunited with the lovely Stephen very shortly. But in the meantime, we're going to literally do a starting from scratch thing, literally from the start menu. So actually, it's been, you know what? It's been so long since I saw this backdrop, because once you've made your ship and you get a certain way into the game, you stop seeing this and you start seeing your ship in its current hangar wherever you happen to be parked, right? But new players will see this screen.
Yes, they will. Do you remember, Bruce, the first time you did start Elite Dangerous?
It would have been some 9 months ago now, something like that I've played for the very first time. About that, maybe a bit longer.
Yeah, I remember when I redone it again, and like it was because I did it a couple of years ago. Then I started it again like last year, and it never felt too daunting, but I did feel the massive space when I kind of went into it.
It is a huge space. Obviously, it's well, for any of our new players who are not familiar, it's a 1-to-1 scale replica of our galaxy. Obviously, we include all of the points that we know about. We do our best to include and add as we go. So obviously, you have Earth and our own solar system, as well as the known ones nearby, and the various points that we do know about. And the rest is procedurally generated by a system that the wonderful and frankly genius developers have made, called the Stellar Forge, which generates the rest of the galaxy in the meantime. So it is frankly vast, but as new players, we're going to hop in and we're going to start in a small localized area of systems, which are the starter systems, which have frankly sort of simpler and easier missions and activities for you to do before you're ready to jump out into the big scary galaxy in its whole glory. So we're going to jump straight into it. I'm going to hit start here. I need to come up with a commander name, and in honor of our lead, Arthur Tolmie, he has a formula for commander names. I thought a little bit about this before the stream. He goes by the moniker Chuck Handgun, and the logic there is something like pick a one-syllable stern-sounding name and follow it up with a surname that's violent, basically. I had a little think about this. I'd like to go along a similar kind of route. I'm actually going to pick my own name, okay. Bruce, and I'm going to call him Commander Bruce
Bombshell.
I like Bombshell. I was going to go for Steinfaust, which is German for stone fist. But Bombshell is actually even catchier. So let's go for that. Bombshell. A good 5 minutes I planned today, but you've actually destroyed my idea in like 10 seconds. Bruce Bombshell it is. I'm going to go with a male in-game commander this time around, but you choose whichever you like, guys. Oh, I think that's actually even better than Bombshell. Sorry, mate. I'm going to go back. So once you've chosen your commander's name and body type, you'll hit continue. And from there, you'll have these choices of ships to start out in. We're going to keep it nice and simple. So obviously, we recently folded down the Horizons DLC into the main game. So now everyone owns Horizons in essence. It really is just the base game. So for anyone who's on Epic, we used to have a DLC called Horizons, but now if you've claimed Elite Dangerous with Epic for free, you'll have that be by default. It's now all part of the same package. So that's why you've got an option here for the Horizon Sidewinder. We're actually just going to pick the new Commander version. So we'll start out with 1,000 credits. We're going to be in this system. And it's going to be outfitted as an all-rounder ship, which is great. As a beginner ship, it really can fulfill basically any of the roles. So that's what we're going to go for. These are the stats. We won't worry too much about these for now, but this is to give you an idea of the kind of speed, how far it can do hyperspace jumps, shields and armor, that kind of thing. But we're going to hop right into it. We need a ship name. That's the next thing. I hadn't actually considered. So if I'm going to be Bruce Buckshot, maybe Bombshell will be the name of the ship. And we'll give that a go if it's going to let me punch that in. All right. There we go. Okay, here's my pilot's license. We have skipped the tutorial for the purposes of this playthrough, but obviously for any new players, I do recommend you go through the tutorial and just get a little bit used to flying a ship around and the controls before hopping into the starter area of the main game. And it's really as simple as that. So once they're through the loading screen, I'll have landed in Colo Station. And I think now we can jump to Steven, so both of us will appear on the screen. And Blue Peter style, here's one we made earlier.
Yes.
Colo Station? Yeah, I think so. Great. So now we're just going to have a little bit of a play, really. We'll keep it a little bit casual. We obviously chat with you guys. Let us know anything you want to say or ask in the chat as we go. We'll just go play around a little bit in the starter area and show you guys maybe how, for the newer players, how you might want to get your career started. Yeah, I think we're just going to go for it, really. I guess the most important things really are you want to know how to look at your left panel, which has navigation, transactions and contacts in it. And on the right panel, you've got sort of a summary page, like a home tab. Modules will become important when you get around to shipping your outfitting your first ships. Fire groups, obviously for your various weapons and scanners. The ship summary itself, inventory for when you're picking up cargo and materials, and then status talks about your reputation with various factions, etc. So, what's your plan? I see you've already launched off into space. Yeah, kilometers, clicks. You might want to double check your sound. I'm getting some messages in the chat saying that your mic is a little bit quiet, or there's actually not any audio coming through for some of them. In the meanwhile, while we have a little, yeah, I was going to say, in the meantime, let us know, guys, once Stephen is back. But in the meantime, while we fix his mic issues. I've actually picked up a couple of missions, and I'm now looking at our galaxy map. I need to head to Dromi for my missions, which you'll have seen when I looked at my left panel. I'm going to plot a route there, because that's where I need to be to hand in these missions. And we're going to show you what, launching and jumping to a new system and landing at another station is like.
Yes. Am I back? I don't know. I've moved it closer to me. Yeah. Don't take your guns out like I just have here. Yeah. So I was just kind of, the first thing that I would do is just to kind of fly out and check a place. But you learn all this in the tutorial. The basics of how to kind of fly is in the tutorial, so we won't go too much into that. But it is always important, I think, to know not to fire your guns outside or in the station. To me personally, I think that's a really, really important thing.
Yeah, I would say so, for sure.
Yes, and you can see there's a timer that says proceed to landing pad. There's also one for leaving. If you don't leave or fly out within that time, you will get fined, and possibly blown up. So it's a good thing to remember. So what are you gonna do?
I was going to say, one of the first missions you start with actually, or I've started with, is to head to Dromi anyway. So while I was at Colo Station, I picked up a couple of missions that were in that direction anyway, so that when I go there I can claim the rewards. So data storage is a really nice mission to start out with to get some easy credits to start you off, because when you take the mission, the data is automatically put onto your ship. You don't have to take any cargo on or do any extra fiddly bits. You just sort of have it automatically, and you can simply go there and deliver it by claiming the mission reward all in one go. So that's a nice way to get started. So now that I've escaped the mass lock from the station itself, I've got far enough away, I'm actually going to do my first jump to the next system.
Yeah, I'm trying to see how many. I didn't even check how much cargo space I had. I have four space for 4 cargo. What did I have? What missions did I pick up? Oh, why did I pick that one up? That was a mistake.
I'm seeing some love for the fuel rats in the chat. Big shout out to those guys. We mentioned them earlier on the stream, actually. Thank you so much to those guys for rescuing as often and as diligently as you do. And a premature congratulations for your 100,000th rescue, which is coming very soon, I expect. So I'm just flying out now to Mawson Dock.
See, I'm always checking where my jobs are. So they both seem to be in Orna. And if they're both in Orna, do I have any other missions that go to Orna? I'm very particular. I don't like to waste too much fuel. But I could also make a wee bit of money by delivering 2 units of coffee and two minerals. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to accept these and then just make sure that... A good point is that you have to go in and make sure that you fill up your cargo when you're doing a mission. And there was many times at the beginning I went in and I did not do that. Got there and could not deliver anything, and I got very upset.
Yeah, you definitely want to be refilling on fuel every time you touch down, and try not to do, especially when you're starting out, try not to do too many jumps in a row without stopping for fuel, because you will need to make a very early call to the fuel rats if you run out, which ideally you want to avoid. But a bit later in the game, you'll be buying a module that's known as a fuel scoop, which allows you to actually scoop up fuel whenever you jump to a new system by flying essentially in orbit of whichever star there is. So that allows you to really refuel on the go. But in the meantime, it really is a case of making sure that you fill up whenever possible. So you guys may have noticed that what I did here was I used the contacts tab on the left panel to select Mawson Dock, which is where I'm trying to land, and I asked for permission to land. You'll need to do that whenever you're going to a new station and you're within 7.5 clicks of the station itself. Otherwise, you won't be allowed to land there. So you've got to always ask for permission first.
It's not one of those ask for permission kind of, what was it?
Or ask for forgiveness, not permission.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to be doing that. If you trespass, you'll get blown up. Is honestly how it goes. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Try not to be too naughty inside the stations. Their security are pretty serious.
Oh, I seem to have lost your stream, I believe, Bruce.
Indeed. Give me a moment and I'll try and fix that for you guys. In the meantime, please be entertained by Stephen's game capture.
I'll just jump to myself just now for a wee second, so then we jump back in. Wow, it looks like we have over 10,000 people watching for the Twitch drop, so it's a good time to discuss again that yes, this stream we are testing out Twitch drops. If you've been watching from the beginning, we're about 9 to 10 minutes away from the final drop. If you've been watching for an hour, you will get the engine, the purple engine. What's it called again? Engine trail, and the firing colours or purple ones so that we're showing. You'll be able to get that, and you should have, if you've watched 15 minutes, you should be able to collect the purple paint job, and if you've been watching for 30 minutes, you should be able to get the purple paint job for the SRV and the fighters, which is awesome. Any news on Odyssey? We don't have anything to discuss on Odyssey at this moment in time. If anything changes, we will announce on our channels. I don't believe I have any courier jobs here, but I might jump into Mawson's dock just to refuel. Now, one of the really cool things that was brought in last year's update, or was it? Yes, it was last year's update, was this fantastic feature, which is Supercruise Assist, which helps you kind of fly to the station, which means that I can sit and turn to the chat again. I keep seeing !claim, just so you know that we don't have a command that has !claim on it. If you want to do it, it's !Twitch drops. It'll take you to our page where we announce our FAQ, and it'll also fire the Twitch drops information in the chat.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Stephen says, I actually should be back now, by the way, Stephen. But as my wonderful colleague here has said, just by watching the stream, you're already earning Twitch drops, whether you've linked your account yet or not. But when it comes to claiming, feel free to type !claim in the chat, but it will achieve nothing, I tell you. What you need to do is head to twitch.frontist.net to link your account, and from there you can claim any of the rewards that we're offering. Well, given that you've been watching for long enough, of course.
As long as you hit the requirements. Yes. Pulse Wave Analyzer. So there's some questions about some bugs. We are aware. We are obviously we've discussed with the development team. If we have any information to share, we'll make sure to share it on all of our social channels. But we have some. We did announce some interesting news at the start about the changes.
Yeah, absolutely. So !balance will take you to the announcement post that we put out last week, describing the balance changes that we intend to make. Well, some of them. There really is a lot being considered overall, and this is really just a glimpse into some of those plans. The initial plans that we started rolling out today, in fact, with a Galnet article that went out yesterday. But to start with, it's a series of mining changes. We're going to follow up once we're happy with those, well, relatively happy. We're going to follow up with some combat changes in the coming weeks. But like I say, !balance will take you to the forum post, which explains everything. !Galnet will take you to the article that came out describing the in-universe, in-law reasons for the mining and trade changes. We're trying to make sure all of these get implemented in a way that makes sense in the galaxy, rather than sort of just God-handing stuff and turning dials. We really want it to be woven into the narrative in a way that is congruent with the story.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it's getting close now. I think we're T-5 minutes until the final Twitch drop will be available. The temptation to hit a back soon screen on and close the stream at 59 minutes is tempting, but I would never do that. you have a different.
All right. Well, if we're feeling generous and benevolent, we might even go a little bit over just to give some extra commanders who joined us a tiny bit later the chance to claim the next Twitch drop. But I would say this has been, well, so far seemingly a success. You guys are getting your drops, we can see in the chat, so let us know if you've had any issues. Of course, there is an FAQ on the page, but again, thank you so much for the turnout and for joining us. We would love to do more of these streams. This initial one is a test, so that's why if you want to claim your rewards, you'll have to do it before 8 o'clock. But in future, we'd hope to do more of these with various prizes, so stay tuned for that.
So a good thing to note as well, it's going to be more important as time goes on, is that the different stations you go to, you can actually build reputation. That doesn't really happen here just now. It's all pilots, Federation, administration around here. But if you end up doing well with a station once you leave the starter kind of things, they'll give you better missions, which means more rewards. So as you can see, these are all going to Matet and to Kilio Station where I started. But I'm going a wee bit further. I know Bruce is going to Mawson's, is it, Bruce?
So I just landed at Mawson in Dromi. I'll have to correct myself, actually. The data mission I took was the kind that you actually have to go out and find before delivering rather than is automatically put onto your ship. But I have taken one of those missions now. So I'm going to head to the next station that's actually in the same system. The one I was actually meant to get is called these courier jobs. These are the ones that you get simply by heading to the next place. So I'm going to go do that. And by then, I should have enough credits to make some changes to my Sidewinder. So we'll take a look at that very briefly before wrapping up the stream, I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to work out the best route for myself because I want to try and I'm at Dromi and I think I should be in rough light years to get the rest of my. The problem is the more I jump without putting in any of my missions, I might get into trouble and lose money, and I don't want to do that. Aldrich Station and Ottigan. Unless. So yeah, what is your kind of mission? What would your mission be?
My mission, as a sort of starting out player.
Yes.
I want to earn a few more credits so I can start to upgrade my Sidewinder a little bit and then look at the next ship I would like to get. I'll talk a little bit about the kind of routes that you might consider next once you're ready to do, say, a bit of mining or trading or combat. But for now, I just want to get this one more mission done for a nice payout. I'm actually going to give an example of finding a nav beacon, because what this allows you to do is see everything that's in the system you're in. That's going to allow me to identify the next station that I need to go to. And then it's a little bit of a way out there, but that's the plan anyway. I might do a little bit of upgrading on my Sidewinder as well.
Yeah, I've just decided to get rid of my other missions because they weren't seeming to let me go to them for some reason. So instead, I am now going to try and do. I think maybe I've only got 4. I need to get a mission that'll do something. So I think I'm going to take this courier job just so I can get some credits. And this should be nice and easy, and we can start building up some credits there.
Sounds good to me, chap.
Yeah, because it seems that I can just go nice and easy back and forth from there. So I'll try and keep with Mawson's Dock and the tech going there. So how is everybody in the chat doing?
Some people still claiming their drops. Thank you so much for watching and joining.
Amazing.
Well, joining and watching.
This should be around the time some people are getting their purple SRVs, which is amazing, but possibly we should in the next 5 minutes or so get a couple of winners.
Yeah, I think in the next couple of minutes we'll actually have the first few people collecting the final Twitch drop if they've been here for the whole hour. Like I say, we'll probably hang around for maybe another 5-10 minutes just to give some people who join us a little bit later than the intro screen a chance to get the final one. But
what we do have, I just claimed. Now. Oh, that was 5 purple paint jobs.
Yeah, they're coming in now. I can see them. The engine and weapons purple laser beams.
Laser beams. Do you know what makes pew pew? Do you know what always makes me laugh when it comes to like purple? Whenever I say purple, it sounds weird, right? I know, I get that, but I'm always reminded by I used to have this toy when I was younger, and it was a flying purple people eater. Do you know what a flying purple people eater is?
Can't say I'm familiar.
So I'm jettisoning these because if I get caught with them, I'll get put into jail. And I've just started the game. I probably shouldn't do that. I'm the bad boy at this point. So it was a toy, and it had one eye, it had one horn, and it had a cape, and it literally had a wee theme tune, which would go, because it's a one-eyed, one-horn flying purple people eater, one-eyed, one-horn flying purple people eater. And every time I see like purple decals and purple things, I can't get it out of my head now. So if anybody ever knew or had a flying purple people eater, they should know the song and appreciate my pain. Have I jumped already? Where am I going? I don't think I've jumped yet. I think I got distracted by the flying purple people eater discussion.
That would not surprise me, to be fair. All right, lots of people claiming their purple weapon and engine colors now. Congratulations, guys. You can go out and terrorize your pirate targets with Twitch-themed purple lasers.
Not flying purple people eaters.
And if anti-piracy or piracy is not your style, you can leave beautiful purple trails, at least when you're going about your business, trading, exploring, or doing whatever else it is you like to do in Elite. Beautiful. Of which there are, of course, many, many things.
Yes, you can blaze your own purple trail. See what I did there? Yeah, but I mean, this has been a lot of fun. As Bruce said, we're still deciding when we'll do the next Twitch drops. And thank you all 10,782 of you on Twitch, helping us test this out to make sure that we can possibly do this for future streams, which is exciting because even though we're almost coming to the end of 2020 and it doesn't look like we'll be back into the office anytime soon, it's still nice to know that we can try these things while working from home and try to make our streams as exciting as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. How are you progressing, mate? What's your mission status?
I've got fines. I've jettisoned stuff. I'll need to go pay off this fine, but I'm almost at Colio Station. I had to get rid of like a bunch of missions because the map wasn't plotting there, and I don't think I'm allowed to go there. So I ended up just jettisoning it. But I'm not in trouble, so it's fine. It's fine. Once I get to Colio Station, I'll pay a fine if I can afford it. If not, I'm not sure what's going to happen. We'll see how that goes. But congratulations to all the commanders who came in and have got some rewards. Obviously, if you have any problems, please let us know. There is the forum if you put in ! Twitch drops. If you have been watching and you have any issues, please let us know. And remember, if you want to claim it, you need to add your Twitch account with your Commander account your Frontier account that you have connected to the game that you want to add it to. So if you want to add it to your PC game instead of your Xbox game, make sure you use your Frontier account for your PC.
That's exactly right.
That's exactly it. And another reminder, tonight at 8 PM you will not be able to claim your Twitch drops. Your Twitch drops obviously will be in your Twitch sitting there, but if you leave it till after 8 o'clock to claim them, they may disappear. As this is only a kind of beta, we're testing this out, we will be closing it for today. Machlos W says need 6 minutes. Oh, what do you think, Bruce?
Right.
We're going to finish up now.
Just hit the button. No, yeah. I think we'll see. I mean, I think we've got a few more minutes to squeeze out. I'm going to try and, like I say, hand in this mission. I'll probably have to head back to Colo Station and show an example of which ships you might consider buying next and do a little bit of outfitting on the Sidewinder. I suspect there's a few more minutes in us, but there will obviously have to be a cut-off point at some stage. So keep watching, I guess, is is the best advice I can give.
Do you know one of my favourite things that was added to the game is it's the once you come out of Supercruise, it ends up like slowing down for you before it never did. So if you were like talking during the stream, and you kind of came out of Supercruise without knowing, you would go red, you would crash. But the other problem as well is because we're clicking buttons on their computer, you go try and stop it. I still do it nowadays. I still get a panic. I still really panic when I get to the station. So you can see I've got anonymous access there. It means that I won't be able to apply. I won't be able to click any missions or do anything on the mission board because I am a bad boy and I stole things. But I can pay off this if this happens to you. You can pay it off, which means you can then resume using the services. Or
exactly
you can just be a pirate and be like, you know what, screw it again.
I'll do this mission for you. Give me all of your goods that you want delivered, and then you can run off with them and be a vagabond like Stephen here, or you can pay off your fines like a good commander and atone for your sins, and then crack on with being a wholesome space citizen, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I can still hand in missions. I just can't do anything else except from that. So I'm going to go pay off my. You go to the authority contact, and I've got 2,698 credits worth of fines because I stole some beer. I think it was not coffee. It was coffee, and coffee is very expensive in this galaxy.
Just realised I've gone to the wrong place, and no one told me. For shame. No, that's my own bad. Fine. I don't think I'm going to have time to head to Aitken's hub. Oh, it's kind of close. All right. It's going to be... Oh, I have to land on it, though. On a planet. All right, you guys might be able to squeeze a couple more minutes out of the stream, then.
I don't know. I'm thinking about taking a pirate. See if I can go after... They're harmless, and I'm in a Sidewinder.
Okay.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Yeah, no, that'd be grand.
Now, I'm doing this with stock. I'm not adding anything else on. I'm going to go see if I can find one Phil Barker. Let's see how it goes. How is the chat doing?
Colin Richardson has got all of the Twitch drops. Congratulations for those sticking along for the ride. Thank you so much. It's great to have you here with us.
Only 10 more minutes. It's getting close. It's getting close to the board.
Zanza21 offers their support by saying, "You will die."
That's a lot of support. Thank you. It'll be nice to actually select my.
Right, we've been asked what our favourite ships are, Stephen.
I don't know. I'm very pernickety when it comes to things. I seem to quite like the. I used to always say it was the one that I use all the time. Starts with an A. Looks like the one at
The Adder.
No, it's not the Adder. Or it doesn't
The
start
Asp.
with an A. The Chieftain. The Alliance Chieftain. That's where the A came from. So
Okay.
I always liked the Chieftain. But I kind of, after getting one, changed my mind quite a bit. I'm still exploring. I quite like the Cutter. Cutter's a really nice ship to fly.
Okay.
And I love the Type 7 just as a kind of visual ship. Nice jump. What about you, Bruce?
I like a hand. Well, I like most of the ships, honestly, but a handful I would describe as my favourites. When I first got the Python, that was a real step up from the sort of starter ships. It's really what I consider the first very handy multi-purpose ship that kind of every commander should have at some point. So a lot of love for the Python. I haven't actually got a cutter yet. Sorry, I haven't got a Corvette yet on my own account. I've got the cutter. So out of those two, I suppose I prefer the cutter, but only by default because I haven't really flown the Corvette very much outside of the odd stream where we've done, say, a combat stream on here. And then there's the Mamba, which I'm actually very keen on. There's a ship build.
Oh, the Mamba is stunning.
That we've shown off a few times here on this stream, which is really good.
Yeah, the Mamba is stunning. People just realised that I don't have the... This is what I totally forgot about starting from scratch. You don't appreciate how much you can get, like, jump you have on your ship. So my jump is currently 8, so I can't reach because the place that I need to go is 7. As it is 12. It's 12 light years away. So that's another good tip. Check how many years.
Check your jump range before doing the trip. Yeah.
How are you faring? Are you getting there?
Yeah, so I'm approaching the planet now, about to enter orbit, and hopefully demonstrate a somewhat reasonable example of landing on a planet.
You got this.
We'll see how it goes. Going a bit fast at the minute, but I'm going to enter orbit, like I say, momentarily.
Got all the drops. Well done to everybody who's got the drops, and thank you again for joining us. Obviously watch our social channels for the next time we will do Twitch drops. We will obviously announce that we'll be doing them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, quest granted. I'm docked.
So, for anyone who uses the sort of visual aids, I guess the best way to describe them, the one that shows the orbit lines in the galaxy, you'll have noticed a blue ring around the planet. That's the sort of orbit zone, if you will. And then this yellow line that's slightly above the horizon of the planet. Once I get below that, once I'm within that vicinity, I'm going to enter a glide mode and sort of make my way towards the hub, which is actually a planet-side station where I've got to hand in this mission, and I might actually be able to do a little bit of outfitting on the Sidewinder.
Yeah, so unbeknownst to you, I have turned the camera just to you and your landing to really show it off.
Oh no pressure then.
No pressure.
I haven't done one of these for a little while, but
just stay in the blue. Stay in the blue.
Okay. There is no blue at this point.
It's
all manual.
Look down. There's a blue. Yeah. Down. Down.
I want to get a little bit closer before I go down at this point.
Because
the only issue is you want to glide fairly close. I'm talking under 100 kilometers. Otherwise, it's quite a long drive. But we are approaching at a good speed now.
People can't see this, but I'm currently changing my outfitting. I'll bring this back. Just because you're not there yet, but I'm currently going to try and up my Sidewinder jump range so that I can go and get this pesky pirate. So these are the things that you can have available to you for the Sidewinder. It's nothing too exciting at the moment, but my frameshift drive is loaned.
Someone in the chat has graciously pointed out that I overshot. I did a little bit while I was in orbit, but I started my glide just soon enough to hopefully not be too far away. Yeah, no, that's fine. I did a little recon loop before landing. Should be all right.
Okay, I've got to 10.33 light years. If I could get rid of this cargo rack, I don't need that. Don't need advanced docking computers. Get rid of that. Okay, it's not really gained me a lot, to be honest. Okay, shield generator. It's the only one available to me. Utility notes, I don't have any. Need any. Can we get a 2D thrusters? Oh, we're almost there. Although I'm running out of money. I'm so determined. I don't even know if I have enough money or fuel to get there. At this point, I've got 1D everything, so D's really light. Oh, that really changed stuff. Put my sensory suite down. Can't change you. Life support has no stock. I'll need to keep it. I can't get rid of it, sadly.
Okay.
Lightweight alloys.
So I've just touched down. I'm going to hand in this courier job now and get a hefty 21,500 credits, which is great. I'll see if I can do a little bit of outfitting on this outpost. I expect they'll have a limited range of modules to put on, but similar to Stephen, I'm going to go with upgrading my Sidewinder a bit. And then we'll talk about the kind of ships that you might consider for your next steps if you wanted to, say, get into combat or something else.
Yeah, I was going to try and do some combat, but it looks like I can't actually get anywhere near.
Okay, so the way these modules work, guys, is you'll have various slots. Actually, I'll start by the groups. So you have hard points. So those are things that kind of get deployed from your ship. You can see on screen the hatches are open. You've got two sort of lasers pointing out just in front of the cockpit. Those are your hard points. That's where ship weapons go. You've got your utility mounts for sort of extra things. There'll be things like shield boosters, like smaller modules that give you little bonuses. Your core internals are your sort of your big things, like your frameshift drive, which you can consider the engine in a sense. Your thrusters, your power plant, life support. Optional internals are similar, but they're not vital. So optional things like shields, for example, cargo racks, you'll put in here. Delivery is for adding cosmetics. You might want a different paint job on the ship or add like a spoiler or a decal, that kind of thing. And then obviously you've got your storage here. I'll talk a little bit about the core internals then. So similar to Stephen, the first thing I usually want to look at is increasing my jump range. So at the bottom there, you'll see it says jump, min, current, and max, and those are the values for how far I can jump, i.e. which distance between systems am I actually able to traverse in one go. And that's your frameshift drive. Your frameshift drive will determine that. Every module has a number and a letter, so that's the grade essentially. All of these are, you can see, 1 or 2. Different ships will be able to fit different numbers and different grades of modules according to their size and to an extent their quality, I suppose. So we're going to upgrade the 2E frameshift drive to a 2D. Ideally, it would be a 2A, which would be essentially the most value. But obviously this installation is only offering a 2D, which is still an upgrade. So I'm going to fork out the 5,000 credits for it and put that on my ship. Rather than store the one that I've got, I'm actually going to exchange it. Normally you'd get a little bit of money back when you do that, but given that these are modules that are loaned out to me, I'm not going to get any money back on them. And we'll have a little look at what else we can upgrade. Maybe the power plant. You'll notice along the bottom here, this actually increases the size of the bar along the bottom. It gives me more space to add modules and power more parts of a ship if I add them on. And then thrusters will determine essentially how quickly I can gain speed and move around. So let's slap some of those on. No life support stock. Maybe some sensors. And a power distributor as well. I think that's about the best I can do for this place. Obviously, starports, I think generally speaking, will have a better selection of modules. But no, we managed to do some upgrades there, which feels good, man. So I'm very happy with that. I've got some credits to spare. Normally, when you go into the starport services section of a spaceport, obviously this is a planet port, so it's somewhat limited in comparison. But you would normally also see, just on the right-hand side here, I'm pointing as if you can see me pointing on the screen, where just above outfitting in the ship services section, you would also normally see, oh, blimey, what's it called? The bit where you buy the ships. I'm sure Stephen or someone in the chat will remind me what it's called, because I'm absolutely drawing a blank at the moment.
Where you buying your ships?
Where you buy your ships, yeah.
Oh, the place where you are just now.
Thank you.
The shipyard.
Thank you, chat. Normally you'll find a shipyard there.
Oh, sorry.
And that's where you would get another ship if you so wanted. As a new player, you might consider the hauler or the adder with ships which have slightly higher cargo capacity or cargo potential. So you would then go to the outfitting section and, like I said, head to the optional outfitting and slap some cargo racks on there if that's what you wanted to do. Alternatively, I'm trying to think of the ship that you might consider if you wanted to do some combat. Maybe the Eagle would be a good early one to pick up. So that's where you would head for that.
Yeah, definitely. So, is that you all sorted with your Atkins hub?
I reckon it is. I think we're just about ready to wrap things up then. Do you want to, if we head back to maybe the main screen, we can do a quick summary of the stream that we had. And then call it an evening, I guess.
Yeah. So, I mean, well done to everybody who got a Twitch drop, and thank you to everyone who joined for the Twitch drop.
Yeah, absolutely. We appreciate having so many of you join us for this stream. It's been fantastic. I'm just going to quickly go over the headlines and bits and pieces that we talked about at the beginning of the stream for anyone that missed them. So, of course, we added Twitch drops for the first time to this stream. It's twitch.frontierstore.net is the page that you need to go to link your Twitch and Frontier accounts. And there, that's where you need to go to claim the rewards that you've earned. We talked about the Epic launch, which happened last week. Obviously, Elite Dangerous is now free on Epic for a couple days more, I think until the 26th. So make sure to grab it over there if you haven't already and let your mates know about it. We gave a shout out to the Fuel Rats, who are approaching their 100,000th rescue. A big 07 to those guys for all of the rescues they're doing, especially with the increased traffic from everyone joining via Epic. A similar shout out goes to the Hull Seals, who have just recently upgraded their service to have a similar call out procedure to the Fuel Rats, in fact. We also gave shout outs to all of our content creators producing tutorial content, as well as Q&As and that kind of thing to really help ease new players into Elite Dangerous, particularly Mal for the win. And then we also talked about the balancing post that we put out last week, along with a Galnet article yesterday, talking about some of the changes that we're making to mining, trade, and very soon combat as well. And then we also talked about the Ask Us Anything thread that's already gone up and will be active as of 3 p.m. next week. Join us for that, !AMA for the link, where you'll be able to ask ourselves, the community team, anything that you want about Elite Dangerous within that time, and we'll do our best to give you, the best answer that we can, really. Then the last thing was Black Friday. So the sale is ongoing at the moment for 2 more days. It's 30% off most of the cosmetics on our store. !Black Friday will take you straight there. Otherwise, I believe it's dlc.elitedangerous.com. And after the 26th, the famously popular Stygian and Midnight Black paint jobs will be available. So keep an eye out for those.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, I had a lot of fun. Enjoyed that. I cannot remember how difficult the start was. It wasn't that difficult, but I just made a lot of mistakes, but I enjoyed it.
I had a good time, mate. I hope you guys did too. Thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully we'll catch you on our Thursday stream as well, where we might have some special guests on, so keep an eye out for that. We hope you guys had a wonderful time. We'll see you in the next one. 07 Commanders.
07 Commanders.